anyone who has all sorts of bags like me all over the house. It was amazing how many I have, and this isn't even all of them. So today we're going to teach you that you can actually fold bags the KonMari method. Yep, Marie Kondo is for all your shopping bags too. You can clean up the house, clean up the car, clean up everywhere. And it's pretty amazing that it works here too. So I had this issue where I had bags all over the house, and you can see I piled a bunch of them here. I actually gave away probably 2 to 3 times this many. And how does this happen that I collect so many? Every time I went shopping, I forgot to bring my reusable ones. I got used to certain stores, certain grocery stores that always told you had to bring them, so I remembered them. But the stores that started taking over the policies, it took me a long time to get on board to remember to bring them in with me when I went shopping there. Or you go in for one thing and you leave with 30, and that happens too, right? So today we are going to fold these and make them take up a whole lot less space. And yeah, you can see there's, I had them under the sink in the kitchen for garbage. I had them in the vehicle for when I was shopping, but they were a big pile inside another bag, inside another bag. And then you take them out because you need to put other stuff in when you're not shopping, and you forget to put them back in, so then you buy more. And so I have devised a nice little handy dandy way to fix that problem. You're going to have a standard bag, shopping bag, and you can just find the seam at the bottom and pull. And then if you really want to go nice and make them flat, it does help to get all that air out. And you'll see I folded 3 because that is where I'm wanting to put it. And it does really work actually really well that way. Now, do they stand up on their own? Well, kind of, but not really. There! Hey, they do! Woohoo! Alright. So it's pretty simple, once again, to find where your seams are, where they build the bag. And see, if I don't fix that, it's not really going to matter. It's still going to work. And that's about the height of the box that I'm going to put them in, so that's why I'm doing it that way. It's about the height of the drawer that I'm going to put them in. And that's the height of, I'm going to make them. I still keep some for garbage, and I still keep some for shopping. So I put a mixture in the box, and then that can go in my vehicle. And in the drawer that I'm going to use every day. So we grabbed our box that's going to go in the car, in the truck, in the van, in the SUV, whatever you're going to put it in. See, that's about the right height. There we go. And I can fold up a whole bunch of those. Different styles, different types. And you can tell I've been using these for a while. But each time, I fold them. You line them up, and you can either do it this way, and set them in. And these don't seem to stay as nicely. Maybe I should do them this way. That might be too tall. Yeah, no, it'll work. Okay, cool. Or you can do them and fold it that way. which is folding it like that. And you just have to find all your seams. And the first couple times that you start folding them, if you've been using them for a while, it's going to be a pain. And when they come out of the laundry, it might be a little more difficult too. But otherwise, put them in here. And then when you want to, you can just grab out what you need to use. And this works great for baby diaper bags that you're just, using for garbage in the kitchen. You can put this under your sink, a box like this for your garbage. There are different styles that you buy, and you kind of find them to be a pain. This one's a little bit more difficult to fold, but you can still find a seam somehow in there and to make it work. I'm just using a lot of Walmart bags apparently, because that's where I keep forgetting to buy my bags, because I got used to just using it, going in and having them free. So it's amazing what things you have to learn. And I was folding them 3 times that way, but they don't seem to stay. See, and they're in a box like this. I'm going to stuff it full, and then they will kind of get creases. But if you don't overstuff, then they won't be creased as bad. And as you can see, this one was all bagged inside others. So this is the one where you're going to find probably most of yours look like all this wrinkly, and you got to figure out whether you're going to fold it this way and just flatten it as much as possible, or if that works. There's a seam. All right. And it can seem a little difficult the first couple times you're doing it, but that's okay. That folds in, that will fold in. The smoothing thing works wonderful to help. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work for you. And it can be a little difficult at first, and you're thinking, well, why would I bother being crazy and folding things when just stuffing them in that bag over here is so much easier. Well, look how much space this takes up. And when I'm finished, you will see how much space these don't take. How much less space. And I can put 2 rows when I do it this way. So how many bags am I going to fit in there? Well, let's see. All right. And while you are folding your bags, you will find out whether they should be used for garbage because they're dirty, these ones, or if they need to be washed, if they are the reusables. Or you will know if they have a hole in them, so that you don't end up having your groceries or your garbage flying all over the place when you try to move it, because that really is not pleasant. The worst thing you want to have happen is think you're doing a wonderful job by using your reusable bags and then be walking up your steps or walking in the parking lot to put your stuff in the car and it flies everywhere and it pisses you off. So save yourself the hassle by looking over your bags when you fold them. And then you can save them, a few of them up, or just throw them in with the laundry if they're the reusables, which is totally wonderful. I think I'm gonna have to fold it this way. There we go. And you can see how it's not even full yet, and I still have a pile of room. I can grab out with the one I want and put them back in. See? And it works great. And have what I need when I need it. And I will be honest, and I will give you a heads up that if you don't get rid of all the air and you just try to fold them quickly, that it still will work, but it wouldn't stay up on its own. and then they take up a whole lot more space. So if you just squeeze out the air, you will fit a whole bunch more of them in to your nice little box. And you can keep squishing. If you like squishing lots of things in. So even the little bags work. I've got some teeny tiny little bags here. They're so cute. And you never know if you're just going to need a little cup or something. You hop in the car and you realize, hey, this is, you know, a few tiny little things that I grabbed and I still want to have a bag to throw it in. Or I put some in my cupboard off to the side here in the kitchen. And for if I'm grabbing a few hair things or a few small items that I've got to bring to somebody's house, or along with me and throw it in my purse and I don't want it getting lost in with the purse, I can just throw these in. Or when you're packing, you're going away somewhere and you just want a couple small bags for dirty laundry, or a big bag for dirty laundry and a small bag for some small clean items to keep clean, or you want something to separate your items, then these little ones are so great and wonderful and cute. See? Happy face! And here's the last one, actually, that they all fit happily into this little box. So I know I have large ones, some medium-sized ones, some regular plastics, and some teeny tiny little ones. See how he's taking up lots of space? I didn't let the air out of them. See? How much less space. And you just slide them in. And I can take out any one that I want. Sometimes two. Okay. Those are a little packed, maybe a little tighter than they need to be. But I can take them out one at a time. I can shove them back in. And it doesn't have to be packed this full, but it shows you I fit that whole pile. And I honestly mean that whole pile that you saw at the beginning is inside this box. This is how big the box into my car, and it's ready to go. This box in the back seat is a whole lot less embarrassing than what I had all over the table. What I end up with. Now, would you rather have that big pile that was on my table in your house, strewn all over? Or would you rather this nice little box full? Create my drawer this size to have the other ones that I had all over the house, instead of that big mess that I ended up started with. So I would say that that is a KonMari win. Woo! Thank you, Marie Kondo, for organizing more than just my clothes.